So before starting the story, let us tell you that this movie is based on the true story of Ipman, because Ipman was a very famous kung fu master. He even taught martial arts to Bruce Lee. Ipman was a master of the martial art named ringtone, which is a traditional martial art of China, and he had spent his entire life in the practice and promotion of some martial arts. So the story starts by showing a martial arts fight, where Ipman has also come to watch this fight. The scene shifts from here, and we are shown a flashback where Ipman comes to a doctor and the doctor tells him that he has cancer. That's why you have to undergo chemotherapy, but Ipman does not answer the doctor and returns to his home. After this we see an African man named Pili who comes to Ipman's ringtone academy and becomes very happy after seeing Ipman's photo with his student. But no one understands his language, due to which the cat has a fight with a student. But in this episode the cat overpowers the student and proceeds to kick him when Ipman arrives there. He hugs the cat, after which he tells that Bruce Lee has sent me here because he wants to invite you to the karate fight to be held in America. Cat also gives Ipman a flight ticket and a guidebook written by Bruce Lee. Here Ipman is very happy with his invitation, but he rejects the invitation saying that he doesn't have much time left. Saying this, Ipman leaves from there. The cat hands the ticket to one of Ipman's students and goes away, so that if Ipman changes his mind, he can come to America. On the same day, Ipman's son gets into a fight with his classmate, and he leaves after beating his classmate badly. When the headmaster of the school comes to know about this incident, so he calls Ipman and tells him about his son's actions. Here we come to know that he often fights with other boys. Therefore the headmaster was upset with his behavior, because of which they decide to drop out of school. Ipman requests to give his son another chance, but the headmaster does not listen to him. Rather he becomes even more angry and says that no school in the world will give him admission. And after thinking for a while, he thinks of accepting the headmaster's salute, so he decides to send his son to America. The next night he calls his best friend to talk about his son, during which he comes to know that his father is thinking of sending him out. So he opposes his father and says that I want to live in China and learn kung fu like you. Ipman gets angry at this, and he slaps his son, due to which Petbo intervenes and separates them. The next day he goes to America to find a school, where a man named Khan comes to pick him up, which takes this plan to the Chinese organization. Actually it leads to the organization. This organization was such an organization who used to help the people of his Chinese community in America.
The goal of this organization was to help the people of the Chinese community in America as well as promote their culture. Wanted to get admission in other schools, for which he was required to obtain a permit from the leader of the Chinese organization. And that's why he had come to meet. Here a mother meets Master One and a group of Kung Fu masters. Before he can tell them the reason for coming here, Master One parrots him that your student Bruce Lee is teaching them to foreigners. And not only this, Bruce Lee has written a Kung Fu guidebook in the hope, due to which I fear that in the future these foreigners may use their Kung Fu skills against us Chinese people. And he gets ready to fight with his mother, but later he controls himself and leaves from there, after which he comes to the room and calls his son, but doesn't talk to him. After this we see the sister, because he is training his daughter Jonu in Kung Fu, from which we come to know that Yuan has no interest in martial arts. Instead she wants to be a cheerleader girl, so that he can prepare the documents of Jesus and get him admission here, but he does not get any help here either, so he becomes very happy. After the event is over, Bruce Lee and this plan meet, and there is a lot of conversation between them, in which this mother tells him about her son's transfer paper, due to which he gets admission in the school here. After this he has to meet a student who serves in that Marines. Meanwhile, a group of students named White Card arrives there, and challenges the other one to a fight, due to which Bruce Lee accepts his challenge without thinking. And then showing his good skills he defeats all those students very easily. Next day, Gift Man goes to a school with some important transfer documents, where he is told that you will have to take a permit from the Chinese organization to get admission. Mother starts requesting them to give admission without the permit, on which the principal says that if you want to ignore the paperwork and get admission, then you will have to donate 10,000 American dollars to the school. Next we see Yun in school. Next we see Yuan at school, where he is selected in the cheerleading team, due to which the girl named Baki is jealous and starts protesting against the inclusion of sex in the team. But the teacher pushes him aside when a mother comes to school, so he encounters some students as they surround him. Actually, it was Packing and her boyfriend. Those who are justifying sex start cutting their hair, so that the teacher removes her from the teacher leading team, but somehow she takes it, and she pushes the rest towards the fans, due to which the rest of her face gets scratched and then a boy catches her. Seeing this, one's mind comes there from where these species were controlled. Along with this, the pest experiment and all the projects going on in the present. What was all that information in a living planet? So all of them reach. He had the object to decode the data, but the security was very tight. They have to cross the level 1 barrier fit 2 and then 3. But just then his revenge attack takes place. That I am also one of you, you should help me. Right now we can see Gamora here. Now those who were wondering where Gamora came from, she was dead in the end. These people had come to steal everything that belonged to them. The important parts are there. So Burton asks to fight the fighter with that calling name. Joe used to teach martial arts to the Marines. After this, there is a fight between Calling and Hartman, in which he fights very well in the hand, but still he loses due to Calling. Here we see Jonya, who somehow obtains the permit and gives it to her. But a mother tears it down because she knows that is not sexual. Ignoring his words that I will get him the permit as per his sister's wish, she invites him to a Chinese festival. On the other hand, we see Marine headquarters where Hot Mama gives a demo of Chinese Kung Fu to her commander, due to which the commander gets impressed and orders him to learn from someone. Also, he tells Calling about this, which makes Calling also decide to let him go to the festival, so that he can tell everyone what happened in America tomorrow. He is busy recording the Hot Man Festival. After some time, Jonah comes there and feels like sitting with the other masters. Then suddenly the daughter's father, Water, comes to Yogena's house to take revenge for his daughter. Water used to work in immigration, taking advantage of which he implicates his sister in an illegal case and arrests him. On the other hand, Calling comes to the festival and challenges him to fight with the Kung Fu masters, due to which the masters accept his challenge. But Calling defeats everyone one by one. After this, when he is about to attack a male master, a mother kicks him away and a fight breaks out between the callers. After a short fight, Cup defeats Mother Calling, which makes all the Chinese people happy, and everyone starts enjoying. Meanwhile, Uncle comes and tells him about his father's arrest, due to which the gang and the hitman immediately go to the immigration office, while Button comes to know about the defeat of the caller. So he gets very angry, so he goes out to kill the people of the Chinese organization. That they have made fake documents for Chinese people to settle in America. But he denies his allegations, sends his people. Here an African stops the hitman and Yun from going inside the office. When do you realize that it is an African cat? And what he does here is that Water has made a plan to arrest everyone in the organization. Then John's uncle asks him to alert the others. But suddenly Pton comes there and starts beating everyone, after which he asks them about the bank, because he felt that Calling was beaten by his sister, while Masters asks him to go to the immigration office. So when Button leaves for his place, he finds out that Button had attacked them, so he gets very angry at Button. But he controls his emotions and asks all the people of the organization to vacate their place to avoid Water. On the other hand, Button goes to the office and tells Water that I want a forest, so that I want to take the Marine headquarters and fight him. On this, Water gives him permission, and Button forcefully takes the train with him, where Button and sister fight with each other, defeats him by completely injuring him. Here Ipman takes the people of the organization to Bruce Lee's gym for treatment, where the masters apologize to Ipman because they did not behave well with him on the first day. Well, after this Ipman calls his son again, but he does not give any response. Health. Mother talks to her best friend and tells her that you have to tell this to Chinu about my cancer because you don't have much time. And my condition is worsening day by day. When Yude learns about cancer, he immediately talks to his father. The mother then apologizes to her son for slapping him and promises to teach him martial arts. He is crying thinking about his father's illness, on which this mother says while taking care of him. This mind tells the button that I will complete my work there and go back home early the next day. That he was the one who beat Calling, and also he challenges Button to a fight. After this we see an excellent fight between the mother and Patna.